Welcome to Coal Creek Meals on Wheels' first ever virtual event. I'm Lark Rambo, the Executive Director of Coal Creek Meals on Wheels, and I want to start by thanking you for taking the time to tune in. We are so excited to share the important work we have been doing over the past 13 months of the pandemic. Never before in the long history of our organization have our services been more desperately needed. The individuals we serve were the hardest hit when everything shut down in March 2020. Suddenly, our clients found themselves even more isolated, unable to access groceries because of a lack of technology and transportation, and without access to the support systems they relied on. With a few tweaks to our program to ensure the safety of our clients, staff, and volunteers, Coal Creek Meals on Wheels was able to continue serving clients without any interruption, providing a lifeline to vulnerable members of our community. When our congregate dining program closed on March 13th, we offered the clients the opportunity to begin receiving delivered meals instead. We invested in tons of hand sanitizer, gloves, and face masks so that every volunteer could deliver meals safely. And we made sure that every client had a couple of masks too. We moved to curbside meal pickup for our delivery drivers and cooler meal deliveries for clients to reduce exposure. And we developed a special program called our Friendly Caller Program to connect our clients and volunteers and combat isolation. Coal Creek Meals on Wheels was uniquely prepared to adapt to the confines of a pandemic, but we also got a lot of help along the way. Volunteers stepped in to help with new sanitation requirements and logistical changes. Business partners donated insulated bags and coolers, and community members donated hand-sewn face masks so that we could continue operating. And our staff, they stepped up to innovate, streamline, and go above and beyond to ensure that we never had to discontinue services. Let's hear from some of our clients and volunteers who have relied on us and supported us through this challenging time.
I have 1 cup of coffee a day. I used to drink it all day long when I'm driving a semi, because we worked 80, 90 hours a week in the oil fields. It gives me that incentive to drink the water I need, and then I can have a cup of coffee. It's like she gives me a little ice cream once in a while if I've been a good boy.
Oh, never ice cream, it's frozen soy.
Frozen soy.
I was just texting my granddaughter. Her 2 babies both had birthdays, January and February.
Yes.
Missed a lot of birthdays.
As old as we are, it's new to us to have to be isolated this long.
Right away, started missing lunches downstairs. Gary and I went down every day. It was just something to get you out of the apartment, get good variety of healthy, well-prepared food.
COVID changed everything. On any given Monday through Friday, we would have 6 to 8 volunteers in the kitchen. Well, then that just went to nothing, went down to 2 of us. But our meals went up by 70-some%. So we've kind of moved the menu around to where it's not quite so reliant on pre-prep. You can do it as we're cooking it. Our standards are higher than ever, sanitizing, everything. Knock on wood, we haven't had anyone get sick. What gets me through every day is just knowing that literally our clients, they're isolated and they need our help.
How are you doing?
Great, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you for taking this route.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you'll get your day good stuff. Thank you. We'll see you later.
Here, you take that one. Okay. Gonna get some of this one. Gotta keep everybody safe. All right, let's roll. I became aware of Meals on Wheels through a friend who was doing the deliveries with her twin girls. You wanna put this one in the cooler? And I was looking for something I could do to volunteer and give back to the community, and figured if she can do it with 2 twin girls, I can do it with 1 little girl. How are you, Francine?
Oh, good.
You look good today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to hand Francine her meal?
Oh, great.
Careful,
Thank you
Kate.
so much.
There you
You're
go.
such a big girl. Wow. Thank you.
As COVID developed and this route became more extensive, it even became that much more meaningful because we were making connections with more people. And especially as they weren't able to have their common area to eat and connect, we became almost that person for them to connect to. You gonna put it in? Oh, there she is. You can just hand it to her. Hi, Lenny.
There she is. Thank you, sweetie.
So you're welcome.
We not only deliver food, we also deliver social interaction. They can guarantee a knock on their door at 11:45 every day, Monday through Friday, and at least it's a face. It's somebody that can look them in their eyes and say, hello, I know you're probably hurting, but we're here for you.
You took your Christmas tree down.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I know it.
When did you do that?
Day before yesterday.
Day before yesterday?
Yeah, the first time I had a chance to, so I took it down.
Yeah. So cold outside.
There's so much isolation right now, and people are not going out like they used to. I got an email from Meals on Wheels asking for volunteers to make phone calls. And I feel like we all have something we can contribute to society. So I was given a couple of names to call once a week. Hey, Eric, it's Janice. I hope you don't mind my calling you. Are you busy right now? Most of my clients are, 70s and 80s and on up. And having this contact, this social engagement with them is, it lets them know that they're cared about. There you go. Well, I appreciate you letting me talk to you, and I'm going to let you get back to putting your stuff in the freezer.
For these clients that we have, we may be the last link they have to the outside world. They may never come out of their apartment here at Josephine Commons or their house, wherever it is that they live.
Meals on Wheels.
Thank you.
When clients get to a stage of life, there's one thing they can control. They may have lost their loved one. They may have not be their own person taking care of themselves financially, but they can decide when, if, and how much they eat. So what we send to them has to be the highest quality, has to be superior taste and presentation.
All right. Tacos. It's a two-sided thing. For the people who receive and for people who take part and give. It's really good for us. It gives us security in our old age when we can't do for ourselves.
That's right.
And it gives others a way to share themselves. So lucky to have us.
I know.
Who knew 13 months ago that we would still be stuck in the middle of a pandemic? Yet here we are. COVID has changed us as an organization, and many of those changes will stay with us even after the pandemic has ended. As we began to see the unprecedented need in our community, we opened our services to anyone in need of a meal. Meals were delivered to families that relied on school lunches when school was no longer taking place in person. We delivered meals to individuals and families that had been laid off because of COVID and were unable to work because of health concerns. We even delivered meals to a family that was experiencing homelessness because of the pandemic. We delivered meals to their temporary hotel room provided by the county. We have served anyone in need during the pandemic, and we will continue to do so. For those of you who haven't heard about Coal Creek Meals on Wheels, you should know that all of our meals are prepared from scratch in our commercial kitchen. We use fresh, donated produce from Isabel Farms whenever possible, and locally sourced meat donated from the county fair in order to prepare diverse daily offerings, catering to the tastes of our clients. One of our most important assets is our ability to customize our meals to meet our clients' specific dietary requirements. Every day there are multiple variations of the meal to accommodate our clients who are dairy-free, gluten-free, vegetarian, and have specific allergies or religious restrictions. The tagline for Coal Creek Meals on Wheels is more than just a meal, and this couldn't be more true right now. We provide invaluable peace of mind for caretakers and family members by checking in on our clients each weekday. Our volunteers are trained to support clients in medical distress over the phone and in person during deliveries. Many times over the past 13 months, volunteers have come across clients in medical distress and have alerted emergency personnel to provide medical support. And in less life-threatening situations, volunteers can help to connect clients to resources such as grocery delivery and snow shoveling through our community partners. We need your help to continue this important work. 95% of our clients are unable to pay the full cost of a daily meal and instead pay an amount that they can afford on our sliding scale. We need supporters like you to step up and support the cost of meals for our neighbors in need. Now, I'll turn it over to Mark Sisler, the president of our board of directors.
Hello, I am Mark Sisler, president of the board of directors. Thank you for joining us today to learn about Coal Creek Meals on Wheels. I often get asked, why did you get involved with Coal Creek Meals on Wheels? The answer is, I had a very personal connection to the mission. During my childhood, I had a close relationship with my grandmother. She was really my best friend during my teenage years. She was a recipient of Meals on Wheels daily for the last 15 or so years of her life. I witnessed firsthand how this positively impacted her, not only from the receiving of a nutritious meal, but also from the social interaction that she received. I have many fond memories of sitting down to enjoy those meals with my grandmother. I really treasured that time I got to spend with her. Being able to help carry out the mission of Coal Creek Meals on Wheels gives me great pleasure and allows me to tap into those amazing childhood memories. The goal of Coal Creek Meals on Wheels for 2021 is to increase meals served by 10,000, bringing the total meals delivered to over 54,000. Reaching this goal will reduce overhead expenses, ensure the sustainability of our organization, and serve additional members of our community in need of food security. 70% of our budget comes from individual donors, foundation grants, and corporate sponsors. Please consider a donation to ensure that your neighbors in need of a delicious and nutritious meal delivered to their doorstep every day, along with our additional services that make us more than just a meal.
Thank you for joining us today to learn about Coal Creek Meals on Wheels. We hope you will consider making a donation to support our efforts. A huge thank you to our event sponsors for supporting our mission and covering the cost of this event so that all the donations we receive today go directly to providing meals for our clients. We appreciate your support.